Hey beautiful soul, welcome back to another video here on my channel. If you are new, hi, my name is Natalie and this is Be a Free Spirit. The focus on this channel is to bring the unconsciousness to the light to guide you through ascension. So I focus a lot on the self-awareness, self-love, anything to do with the self. So if that's something that interests you and you haven't already subscribed, then consider subscribing and also hitting the notification bell. I just want to give a few updates before we jump into the reading. I am going to be out of town for the next couple of weeks. I am spending some really needed time in nature, just kind of decompressing and dealing kind of with all the energy that's been surfacing for me. And I just need to do some healing to make space, you know. So I am only telling you this because I know that my channel will probably change a little bit, just as far as I think I will always do like pick a card readings because I love them, but I definitely am going to be bringing a lot of different types of content. I just feel a change on the horizon and that's why I need to go gain clarity so I can make space. So yeah, I just wanted to kind of let you know that's a big part of who I am. I'm very ambitious and creative, Capricorn energy, surprise, surprise. And so once I get like a vision or idea, I like chase it and I don't stop. And so, you know, my channel probably will evolve a lot as I evolve, as my knowledge evolves, as, you know, my spiritual, I guess, connection evolves, right? So yeah, I just wanted to say that I'll be back with some good content and I'll be back with some ideas and, you know, just be patient as I'm kind of learning and implementing different things. I am studying a lot of different things right now too, so I want to get that in place. But anyways, just wanted to say that. So this reading is the summer predictions. So this is basically the next 3 months. So we have June, July, and August. So this reading is going to give you a overview of what each month is going to bring you, as well as kind of like a theme, right? Like something to really focus on, and then I'll pull some question cards live just so you really have something to take action with each month. So I definitely recommend maybe writing this down because as you're going from month to month, it could be really helpful to kind of see what is occurring, right? And because you also have to know that this is how your 3 months are gonna go and you have no choice. This is letting you know that based on your current energy, this is your next 3 months. This is kind of where your energy is headed, right? These are good things that are going to be occurring because of your alignment, where you're at in your alignment, all that, those different things. So if there's, I don't know why I feel called to say this, but if there's just something in this reading that you're kind of like, I don't like that that's going to happen, you have the power to like change it. That could be why Spirit is showing you that message saying, this is where your current energy is leading you. You want this, yes or no, right? This is kind of what this is, because I wanted to post this before, you know, the full moon, and it's another eclipse, and it's just so much insane energy that I feel like we could all use, you know, just step by step. So I definitely recommend writing this down so you can kind of see as you go from month to month what's occurring and what's changing and all that jazz. So before we jump into the reading, just want to give just the disclaimers then that if there is anything in this reading that doesn't resonate, could be that message wasn't meant for you. This is a reading for a collective, so just take what resonates and leave the rest. And I also just like to add that you may not be called to every pick a card reading that I upload. May not be right for you at this point in your journey, and that's okay. I trust your intuition, I trust you guys, so just follow what feels correct. So let's jump straight into the close-up of the decks and then we'll get into the reading. Okay, so here we have a close-up of the decks. So I definitely want you to focus on the messages on the cards as well as the crystal and just kind of see what resonates. It's also okay if you're pulled to more than one pile. I get that for some of you. So just kind of follow your intuition and just see what is really calling to you. Don't be deterred. You know, be aware of the ego coming up and saying, but I don't want to experience, you know, one of these messages or something like that, or, you know, kind of letting your fear wonder what that could be. I just felt really called to share kind of specific messages. These are kind of themes for the kind of next 3 months basically. So yeah, just wanted to put that out there real quick. So this is pile 1. This is pile 2. This is pile 3. And this is pile 4. So as usual, I'm gonna go ahead and give you guys 30 seconds to meditate with the piles and the crystals, and then we'll jump straight into the readings. Right, hopefully that gave you guys a moment to meditate with those piles. Timestamps are listed down below for your group. All right, pile 1, welcome to your reading. I actually don't even know the name of this crystal, but it's really lightweight, and I totally have forgotten the name. I just bought it at my local physical store because I picked it up and I was like, that is so light. So it's just a very grounding rock, basically, crystals. So yeah, so the theme of then the next 3 months for you is your dreams need a practical plan. So you know what I was getting with this when I first saw this card is I was like, okay, it's such a potent time, and that's probably why Spirit is coming through to tell you this now, because maybe, you know, some of the energy that you're currently in, and that can include mindsets, that could be habits, that could be, you know, the ego kind of speaking, right? It can fear, it could come from so many places. So, but I think, you know, the next couple months, Spirit will kind of show you what energy you're in so that you can be aware of it and kind of decide what you are resonating with and what you don't want in your reality, because that is how important this time is. Right now, it's just such a potent time for change, for radical change. We have eclipses, we have just the summer solstice is going to be coming up. There's just so much happening. So I think that's why Spirit is like bringing awareness to you on, okay, here's kind of where your energy is. So some of the dreams that, you know, you've had, and maybe some of the things you've been manifesting need maybe more of a practical application or a practical way of going about it. So yeah, let's start with June and kind of see what June has to kind of say about all this. So we'll kind of start with, okay, what's already been happening this month, you know, and kind of think about, since we are a few days in already, what has already happened in June. You know, what do you really feel like your energy is right now, and how does it relate to this pile? Okay, so let's pull your tarot cards first. So we have the Muse of Voices. Yeah, see, this is almost, I'm kind of just more looking at the images with this deck. It's more about, like, your energy seems very kind of wild, and here's the thing that I'm getting is, so I'll put June, July, and August here. What I'm getting is you're very creative and you have a lot of ideas going on and you have like a lot of dreams, but there's a lot of energy in your head and just in general, like, it just seems like Spirit is kind of trying to tell you, like, in June, you may feel like pretty, a lot of energy going on. It doesn't necessarily mean it's a bad thing, because that's just kind of what is happening to us on an energetic level. We're just getting bombarded. So, but Spirit is just saying you may feel kind of wild is just the word that I'm getting. Like, the energy will feel kind of wild. So let's see what else we have. We have the Four of Voices. Wow. But like enlightenment, like there's a lot of, like, even though there may be a lot of crazy like things going on and it feels like the energy is just so intense, it seems that you're getting so many downloads though, and it's almost like just kind of this is such an enlightening time for you right now, because Spirit is kind of sending you all of these insights, all these downloads, probably to kind of help you really see your vision clearly so that you can manifest it. So yeah, in June, you're gonna be getting a lot of like enlightened downloads. So be very aware of what's happening this month and what comes to you, and know that whatever ideas or inspiration or whatever's coming to you, it's all from Spirit, and it's going to open your perspective. It's going to open your mind. So just be aware of that for June. Let's see what else we have. We have decrease. Yeah, so maybe there is something, you know, like I was talking about earlier, that, you know, you do need to decrease something that is taking too much of your energy. So like I said, it could be anything that, it could be a job, it could be school, it could be a person. There could just be something that's really causing your energy to feel maybe chaotic. So assessing in June, maybe taking almost like a note of where you really feel like your energy goes to, like maybe percentage wise or whatever calls to you, but just kind of taking because it's almost like getting a clear picture is what Spirit's trying to have you do this period. And so getting a clear picture is just bringing awareness to something. So Spirit wants you to take a minute to just kind of evaluate where all your energy is going, and if that's something that serves you or not. Because the more aware you are of where your energy is going in your life, the more you know how much capacity you have, right, to accept new things. And that could be why you feel kind of just chaotic, right? Because there is just a lot going in your life that you could decrease to make space for clarity on these downloads that you're getting. That's really cool. And then we have the sacred temple. Exactly. You're getting some very insightful downloads from Spirit in June. You're going to be getting a lot, like I said, a lot of enlightenment. Just a lot of things that are going to change your perspective, are going to help you see things differently. Again, clear picture. That's just what I'm getting as kind of the overall energy is, you know, all these things that you want to do in your life. It's not just your manifestations. It's just kind of everything in your life. You just need to get a more clear perspective. So yeah, definitely. That is awesome. And then we have family. Yeah, so spending more time with family in June. And that doesn't have to be, you know, just your biological family. That could be anybody that you consider community, consider home, consider family. Maybe talking to them about some of the ideas that you've been getting, right? Kind of speaking out, again, gaining clarity on maybe how you feel about something, right? Like, oh, I got this idea the other day. This is kind of what I'm thinking. And maybe just saying it out loud and kind of actually letting those words come to fruition and letting that message from Spirit kind of, I mean, your brain kind of deciphers that, right? And just kind of speaking it out might, again, just kind of help you gain clarity. That is just such a big focus for you over the next couple of months, is clarity. So this is what I'm seeing for June. So it really just seems like Spirit is just asking you to take a inventory of where your energy is going, and be aware of the downloads that are coming through, because Spirit seems like they want you to make space to receive these downloads, because they're a big part of your soul mission, your soul journey, right? Whatever you need to be in alignment right now. Awesome. Okay. And then this is kind of like the theme, like the affirmation to really focus on for June. We have opportunity. Yeah, I am surrounded by limitless abundance and opportunity each day. So I think this is looking at all the opportunities that you get in your life, right? And again, assessing what amount of energy does this require from me? You know, I think Spirit wants you to be a lot more conscious in June of your energy, especially because it is so heightened right now because of everything going on. That Spirit just wants you to continue to stay grounded, okay? So this is why, you know, it can be definitely helpful to take notes, because I know there's a lot of messages here. So lastly, this is kind of now a Spirit has a question for you. I always include this in my readings as a way to give you a call to action, so you actually take these insights and apply them. So yeah, this is going to be a question that Spirit wants you to ponder on for June. Kind of ask yourself, right? Okay. We have, what can I experience more fully? What can I experience more fully? Yeah, again, I think Spirit really is asking you to kind of take that inventory, right? And maybe it's investing in people like your family, right, who make you feel the most energetically uplifted, right? Because as you take that inventory of your energy, you'll be able to see what's sucking your energy and what you don't like about that, right? Like, oh my gosh, I can't believe that sucks so much of my energy and it doesn't really serve me anymore, right? It just kind of is allowing you to kind of refresh, right? Because we're at the 6-month mark, half a year, right? So this is really a time to assess where you've been the past 6 months and your mindsets and what you're wanting to change, and make space for the harvest that's going to be coming, the things that are going to be coming, okay? All right, so here's June. So now let's move to July. I'm just going to put your card right there so we can make space. I just want you to be able to see it, but I don't want to catch it on fire. Come on. Okay, so now let's move then into July. Okay, let's see what we have for July. We have the Queen of Emotions. Look at that. That is quite a change though. It's very interesting because it's almost like, okay, so you spend time really thinking where your energy goes and what things in your life make you feel uplifted. And it's almost like, okay, you do that in June. In July, you're gonna feel almost more free. Like this card there's a lot going on, but it's really beautiful because you have like a sun or a beach right here and there's someone walking, and it's just kind of serenity, but yet power is kind of what I get from this card. Like you're gonna feel a lot more empowered because one, you're gonna just be getting so many downloads, and two, you're gonna be a lot more clear, right? Your channel is a lot more clear, so you can kind of feel more. And then we have Queen of Materials. Look at that, 2 queen cards, okay? 2 really big, powerful energy, like I said. So now we're talking abundance, right? Which it does say opportunity here, limitless opportunities. So there could be different opportunities coming into your life because when you clear your energy space, and the more that you get into your alignment, the more things come your way, right? And so it's just like almost saying like, Spirit's just saying, it's really interesting because I know that you've worked so hard the past while, right? The past 6 months, really, it's been a lot of work, and Spirit is recognizing this and kind of saying, this is all you need to do to get yourself into a better energy. It's just about awareness, because once you kind of learn this and how to do this, it can be easier to keep yourself in this energy and not let anything kind of cloud up your energy field. Yeah, 4 of Wands, right? 4 of Inspiration, like feeling so inspired. And we also have like kind of connection energy here, right? So family. So investing in people, again, who make you feel uplifted, it seems like it's going to be such a catalyst for you in the month of July. So in July, you're going to be a hot girl summer, right? Or hot boy summer, like on fire. Like it seems like emotionally, abundantly, inspirationally, like I really feel that, right? Like just feeling like really creative and just really abundant, just very abundant. I love this. Let's see what else we have. The Loving Woman. Okay, so definitely, you know, some feminine energy, which I was sensing with the 4 of Wands, but it doesn't have to always be feminine energy. But, you know, I think there just could be someone coming into your life or someone that is in your life that you lean on a lot more in July, or that you get a lot closer with in July. And, you know, just someone who has, you know, a stronger yin presence, just because it doesn't have to be like someone who identifies as a woman. It's just that feeling of energy. It could be someone who identifies as a woman, but I think just kind of be open to whatever Spirit is going to bring your way, or unless you already know who this person is. But there definitely is going to be like a very nurturing feminine energy that's going to just make you feel empowered and just, again, keep you in this alignment, keep you in this energy. You don't want to be dealing with low vibrational people or things that are putting you in this kind of confused energy that was kind of cycling. And then we have planning and action, yeah, which is so perfect, right? So it's almost like in June, you are clearing out what you need to clear out. You're kind of just making space. and kind of being open to receiving. And then in July, it seems like it's more about taking action, because now you're the queen, right? You have like this really powerful feminine, like yin and yang, really energy, like let's go, right? And so it's like you're actually now going to be planning because you have space to plan. Okay, you have mental space, whatever kind of space it is for you to plan, and now you're going to take action. Your dreams need practical planning, right? And so that's where step 1, make space. Step 2, plan in action. Okay, then we have victim mentality. Yeah, so, you know, this could be something that you deal with in July. You know, it seems like majority, it's going to be going pretty good for you, but I think this is one of those awareness things that Spirit is just saying this could happen if you're not aware of it. Because as you're, you know, working with your ego and your shadow self, that voice still will speak for you and, you know, speak to you, in other words, not for you, of course, but speak to you. And so if you do feel like you kind of just get into this mindset of like this kind of just victim fear-based mindset, just bring awareness to it. I think that's why I said the more that you practice awareness, the more that you understand, you like understand it, right? I was saying that with June, that when you practice bringing awareness to you know, where your energy is going or why you feel this way emotionally or whatever it is, and you take the time to actually like sit with it and write in your journal or express it however you want, like Spirit said, make a list or whatever, you know. But if you do notice yourself getting into this, just remember what you did in June. Okay, remember what you did in June to get yourself out of this. This is why it's so important to write this down so that you can really see this, you know, because maybe in June or in July, the first part of July, you're feeling like so great. And then, you know, the ego starts to kind of step in and then you get thrown off, you know, alignment or course or whatever. So it's like having this as a reminder to, I've done this already. Like I know how to bring myself back to awareness. Awesome. This is so beautiful, group 1. And then we have fragmented energy. Yeah, exactly. I think there's a potential that your energy can again become fragmented, can become kind of, I guess, just in this whirlwind, because I think you have high energy as it is. You just vibrate just kind of intensely, like not in a bad way. I just kind of sense your energy is just so strong. And so as you're learning to work with yourself and your own energy, you can use that to your ability, right? So it's I think it's just about bringing awareness to when the ego and everything wants to come forward, bring the awareness to it, and you need to acknowledge it, because if you just ignore it, that's when it will keep creeping up until you hear it. And then that's kind of what causes some of this mixed energy, because it's not being heard, right? You have to honor yourself, every part of your physical being. So yeah, I think that's just kind of a be aware that this could happen in July, and just kind of bring awareness to it, and then you can move past it and continue to stay in this kind of higher vibration that you're going to be reaching because you're making space. I love it. Okay, so kind of the main theme then for July is forgive. I unconditionally forgive myself and all others in my life, including. Yeah, so it's just like what I was saying. If you experience, you know, working with your ego in July, you have to be compassionate with yourself, and you have to listen to what your ego is feeling, or what, you know, your shadow self is feeling, what kind of sub-personalities are speaking to you. You want to allow that space, because it is a part of your human conscious, right? Your human psyche. And so you want to be able to be very graceful with it. So forgive yourself for, you know, going through kind of the motion, right? If you need to. So however that resonates, but just remember to practice forgiveness for others and yourself, okay? All right, let's now see a question then, kind of same thing, something that Spirit wants you to really think about in July, okay? And it might be helpful to write these on like a sticky note and keep them somewhere you can visually see this question, so that it can kind of always bring you back to the awareness and the insights that you're receiving from this reading. Okay, so here's your question for July. What is my intention? This is great. So I think this is what Spirit is saying with the planning and action card, kind of going back to that with a big thing that's happening in July, is now you're going to have the space to actually plan and take action. So this might help guide you. So think about, what is my intention? What's my intention for this product, for this service? And think about, what is your intention with everything that you're trying to do? Because thinking about what your intention is might help you put into a more actionable plan, because you have a goal, like a specific kind of measurement, if that makes sense. Because then you can always kind of measure to where your progress is if you're meeting what your original intention was. So yeah, definitely sit with that. What is my intention for July? Okay, now let's move to August. Okay, August, we have Ace of Voices. Look at that. Yeah, really being in your power. So it seems like for some of you, you know, if you have a job or something where you're going to be sharing these enlightenments or these insights, you are going to be really in a powerful communication mode in August. Probably from being in this Queen energy, right? From being in this high energy, you now again made even more space to allow more enlightenment to come through. There's a lot of like enlightenment that I'm seeing. And so you're going to be very good at communication. You're going to be just feeling really empowered, and that's how other people are also going to perceive you, is someone who's just very empowered. So that's what's going to happen in August, which again, it's awesome how this is kind of like trailing off of each other, because if you don't allow the victim mentality to come through, right, you bring awareness and then you dissolve it, like you feel it, right, and then you're like, okay, I'm going to let it go now. It's again like Spirit showing you that when you bring awareness to these things in your life that hold you back, you can kind of dissolve them, transmute them, and then look what's happening as the months go on. You no longer need to be in this stuck energy. Wow, this is beautiful. And then we have the Page of Emotions. Ooh, yes, so much just, that's such a beautiful card, because it's just like that heart chakra, right? You're gonna be in such divine alignment. In August, you're gonna feel even more empowered than you felt in July. And I think in July, you're gonna feel super empowered. Maybe you haven't felt like that ever in your life, or it's been a long time, and you're gonna be like, well, this is amazing. And then in August, it's gonna get even better, and you're gonna be like, what the fuck? Oh my gosh, this is so beautiful. Okay, let's see what else we have for July. New beginnings. Look at that, a new cycle begins because of the planning, because it's almost like you plan and you take action in July, and now that sets you on the next part of your journey. It sets you on now almost to harvest that new beginning, right? Because August is going to kind of start transitioning to, I mean, not quite, it's still summer, but it's going to start transitioning to fall, right? And so we're going to start harvesting in those next couple months after this. So this is going to be a new beginning for you because you took action. Everything that you've been dreaming or manifesting, or everything that comes back to this theme, is definitely possible, and Spirit laid it out for you exactly what you need to do to get there. And it's a confirmation that you're gonna get there. Oh my gosh, this is amazing. Back and forth intention. So yeah, I think this is one of the energies of Spirit just being letting you know to be aware in August, that if you have back and forth moments, again, it's to bring awareness. That's another theme for you guys, is awareness, because I think it's a skill that you're learning, how to be aware of what's happening in your life, what you're feeling, what you're thinking. So yeah, you may go back and forth between opportunities, between decisions, between just different things. So again, Spirit is just reminding you to bring awareness when you do get into an energy where you're like, I don't know what to do. And don't allow it to pull you out of this alignment. Peace. Look at that. Yeah, you are just going to be at a whole different level, okay? A whole different level. You're going to feel at peace. You're going to feel in your alignment. You're just going to feel so empowered, like so empowered. It's going to allow you, you're going to have the space to go after your dreams now, because you've been able to plan and put into action in July, and really start to fill into that in August. Wow. And then we have deserving consciousness. Yes, excuse me. I also think this is kind of just a remembrance, you know, that Spirit is just reminding you in August, maybe when you go between these back and forths, to just know that you deserve whatever you want. So don't go back and forth because maybe, I don't know why I'm getting this, but for some of you, you know, maybe you have a business and one of your ideas doesn't work out, and then it's kind of like, okay, so should I go back and forth on something? Maybe I don't deserve to ask her this much money, or whatever the case is, right? Just remind yourself that you are 100% deserving of everything that you're asking for, everything that you're going after. Okay, you are 100% deserving. So just remind yourself that in August. Okay, don't allow that to cloud this new beginning for you. All right, and then let's see kind of the theme for August. We have synchronicity. I invite synchronicity into my life each day, giving proof to the manifestation of my heart's desires. Well, if that wasn't confirmation about your manifestation, I don't know what is. You're gonna be, like I said, you're gonna be in alignment in August. You're gonna be in because the thing with manifestations is you have to be in the energy of what you're asking for. Otherwise, the universe doesn't know how to give it to you. And that is a lot harder than I think some people realize, right? Like it's hard to kind of learn it. And I don't think it's the same for everybody, but you know, you are going to be now in that part of alignment, in that energy to receive everything that you've been asking for. I think you'll already start to see it come to fruition in July, and it all starts with taking action. It all starts with being like, okay, I'm sick of being in this energy. I'm going to change it. I'm going to change it by seeing what's taking it, right? And then look at the catalyst that creates. I'm just like in awe because this is just so beautiful. Like, I just love how Spirit laid it out so perfectly for you guys on how this increases each month. Look at that. Wow. All right. So what's your question for August that Spirit wants you to keep on in your mind for August? Okay. What if I didn't worry? Which I think goes hand in hand with kind of this back and forth and deserving energy, right? If you experience this in August, Spirit wants you to say, what if I didn't worry about those things? You know, worry about if I deserve this or if this is the right decision, and just kind of go with the flow, right? Or whatever this means to you. But just ponder this question in August. Think about, what if I didn't worry? Because it can also remind you of, look at how far you've come. Look at how far you came from working so hard in June to get your energy clear, to feeling alive, to feeling completely divine, right? Like, it's pretty amazing. So you have to kind of remember that when you do get into these energies of like victim and all these kind of things, that's the ego speaking. That's the shadow. And again, it's one of your themes here is awareness. It's just about bringing awareness to what's happening. This is so beautiful, group one. So this is your message for the next 3 months, or your summer predictions. So definitely let me know what you think of this down below and what you're looking forward to, and if this feels, you know, very aligned with some of the energy that you're experiencing right now. And I'm sending you guys so much love and light your way, and I will see you guys in the next video. All right, group two, welcome to your reading. Tourmaline quartz, one of my favorites. It always gives me yin yang energy, just always kind of that balance of opposites. So, okay, so the theme of your next 3 months is you and your loved ones are safe. Okay, so I think this card always has a lot of meanings for me, because I think you don't always have to focus on the loved ones part. It can be just kind of, you are safe, right? Like, I think just kind of looking at it from that perspective, you know, if the you and your loved ones are safe really resonates with you, then that's great. But I feel like for some of you that part doesn't really resonate, and it's you want to think about it from, Spirit wants you to really think about it from the perspective of you, just you, okay? So we're gonna start with June here, and then we'll go into July and then August, okay? And then I will pull a question card that Spirit has for you for each month, so that you can really actually have something to ponder on and put into action. So I definitely recommend writing this down, just kind of taking some notes, you know, or saving this video and coming back and watching it each month to really almost kind of see what's happening, right? Because just in group 1's reading, it was really amazing to see how the energy cascaded, or catalyst, was like a catalyst for the next couple months. So you just kind of want to make sure that you're being aware, because again, if there's something that you don't like in this reading, you can always change it. It's just about bringing the awareness. So anyways, enough blabbing, let's get started. Okay, so we have the Two of Pentacles in reverse. Okay, so this is for June. And then we have the Seven of Inspiration in reverse. Yeah, see, I'm getting a feeling of stuck energy. Okay, I'm getting a feeling of in June, you're just feeling kind of stuck and just not inspired, right? Not really feeling in this abundant space. This is actually an interesting card for that, because it's, even though this is in reverse, I'm kind of looking at the image here. Like you can see that she is, you know, kind of just like going like this, and you know, it's really beautiful behind her, right? But she almost seems like she feels stuck, right? Like that she feels stuck in this, I don't know, object. But yet there's kind of inspiration, right? So what I'm getting with this is there's hidden inspiration that you have right now, and all of these ambitions and kind of this abundance. Like basically your soul is kind of screaming at you, right? But you don't have a lot of energetic space or mental space or whatever to really invite that in. It seems like your energy is just very like kind of woo, and you know, the energy is really like that with everything that's happening, you know, with the planets and stuff. So that can be understandable, but this is just about bringing awareness that in June, this is kind of the energy that you're dealing with. And so if you're feeling stuck, it's like, okay, how can I get myself out of this energy then? So we have joyous fun. There you go. How you change your vibration and how you make space for clarity is to kind of change something about your energy, right? So having fun is a big part of the human experience that I feel like we just don't do very well. We almost feel like guilty for having fun, and it doesn't need to be that. Spirit wants you to do something that makes you just laugh, something that makes you feel joy, something that is just going to take you out of this stuck energy and kind of force the energy to be changed, right? To take a new direction. Your energy is just circling like this, and you're going to do something that's going to kind of make it go a different way. And you know, you never want to underestimate the power of fun and joy and connecting to that beautiful part of the human experience. It can do so much for the soul and any like wounds that you've dealt with. Really, that's what I'm getting. Increase. Yes, look at that. See, in June, it's almost like the first half of June. You're in the stuck energy, okay? And then when you do something to change your energy, again, like I just get the image of like a light, right? Like you kind of choose to send the light to a different place now, and all of a sudden it like magnifies something. Wow. And then there's going to be an increase. So maybe there's going to be an increase of abundant thoughts, or an increase in abundance, or just like inspiration. But you're going to see an increase of something if you do something to change your energy. That's the thing, is this is the awareness of being like, okay, this is kind of currently where I'm at, and Spirit is giving you kind of a task here to get yourself out of this energy for June. Yeah. And then we have true love. Yeah, kind of in the energy of accepting yourself, and just, it's really just joy and fun, things that make you feel lovable, things that make you love life, right? Love who you are, right? You just look at your life and you're like, I'm just happy. And so it's like what can you do in June that's going to change your energy? That's the focus of June for you, is to really do something to change your energy so that you can get out of this stuck cycle and get yourself in alignment with where you want to be. So you're safe. So knowing that if you're going through some really hard stuff right now, which it seems like you are, you know, with all the kind of the energy swirling, think about and know that you're safe. And this is your spiritual team giving you kind of direction on how to get out. Okay, how to get out of the space that you're in. Because I can relate that. I know how it feels when your energy is so like everywhere and you don't have any mental space to do anything. I kind of feel that way, you know, lately. And so I'm doing something, I'm putting myself in nature to clear my energy, right? And so Spirit wants you to have fun, group 2, to have some fun, to raise your vibration in a just kind of relaxing, enjoying way. It's June, it's getting to be summertime. Go have some fun in whatever way that is for you. It can be different for everybody, but it could be good to get out and do something fun, you know, outside, so that you can change kind of your energy flow. Because sometimes when you're inside, energy can kind of just stay in this constant flow. So even if you're doing something fun, it may not be really helping because you're not, again, kind of putting that energy somewhere else. So yeah, I'm just getting that for some of you. So here's now the theme for June and what you need to just kind of be aware of. Flexibility. Yes, being flexible. Okay, being flexible. So if you feel like you don't have time to have fun, right, or resources to have fun, you know, maybe abundance and money, you know, being flexible with, I will make this work in a way that makes me feel loved, that makes me feel taken care of. Because it's almost like your inner child is kind of voicing out through this reading here to kind of, like, you know how I said your soul's like kind of screaming at you, right? Like your inner child is kind of like shouting at you, being like, we need to have more fun. We need to experience more joy. And the soul is going to speak on that too, right? Because that's such a big part of the human experience. So be flexible with how you have fun. You know, try to see it from a different perspective, or be flexible with just what's going on in your life, because you're going through a lot right now. You're going through a lot of energy shifts. Do a lot of healing, do a lot of, you know, ask Spirit too for help on helping transmute some of this energy, because they can do that. They can help you. Okay, so this is what's happening in June. Now let's see what's happening in July. Strength. Look at that. Look at that difference, group 2. Exactly. See, if you put yourself in a different vibration, all of a sudden in July, you're going to feel strength. You're going to feel empowered. You're going to all of a sudden feel like, I can breathe. I can just take a moment to just kind of be in my power. I love this. And then we have the Queen of Inspiration in reverse. Yeah, so I think, you know, in July, you may not be feeling the inspiration quite yet that I think you're wanting to feel, because we have an inspiration card here too. But I think there's other places that, again, are going to be changing. And this is the process to change your vibration, to get yourself out of this energy. It's not just as easy as being like, okay, I'm going to do this and then it's over, right? Mindsets come with that. A lot of things come with that. But just by you changing your vibration and increasing things that you do in your life to support you, right? So doing self-care days or like whatever it is for you. Again, that just kind of puts you in this empowered state, which I have a feeling is going to really play out in August. Okay, so the inspiration might still be a little stuck in July, but I'm curious what else Spirit has to say about that. Kindred partnership. Look at that. So I'm getting it doesn't have to be romantic, could be platonic, but it just seems like there's a partnership in your life that is being kind of, kindred, right? Like reestablished. Someone that might help put you in this kind of vibration of strength as well, right? Someone who makes you feel empowered. Again, it doesn't have to be romantic. It can be, but just know that in July, there's going to be someone in your life that you met before who is kind of coming in now to be a support system for you, to be someone who makes you see your own strength. Conflict. Yes, so I think this is inner conflict too. I think there's still some inner conflict when it comes to something blocking your energy with your inspiration. So inspiration is the sacral chakra, okay? So that's where like creativity comes from. Because I feel like that's kind of what it is like there's a creative thing that you're really seeking here, or just that energy, right, that you're seeking here that is still blocked. And it's because it seems like there's some inner conflict that's going to be appearing in July. And remember how I talked about, it's kind of about, there's more than just saying I'm going to change my vibration. You have to change your mindset. I think that's some of the inner conflict that Spirit is saying this could happen in July, right? It doesn't always mean that it will occur this way, okay? But it's just, this is something to be aware of that could happen, that there could be a conflict that occurs, that an inner conflict that, but if it does happen, I think it's about bringing awareness that it's helping you limit mindsets, it's helping you eliminate mindsets and limiting things that aren't serving you, okay? And then we have transformation. Look at that. Yeah, see, even though you may, you know, feel like in July, like, oh yeah, I still haven't figured out my inspiration, know that you're gonna come a long way from June to July, just in energy. Like you're going through like literally an energetic transformation. Even if you don't maybe fully feel it all the way in July, it's there, okay? It's there. And it's, again, it's because you took a first step. You're going to take a step to change your energy, and you're going to continue down this path. And then, you know what, you're going to feel inspirational, and you're going to put yourself in this different energy. So that's what's happening in July. So just be aware of that. So let's see what the overall theme for July is. Confidence. With the Strength card, right? Like Leo energy, like even like inspiration, right? And creativity, like hold space for yourself in knowing when you're going through this inner conflict. And maybe that's part of the transformation as well, right? Is because Spirit is bringing inner conflict in July to help you see what is blocking your energy. And then you have a transformation. But it's just about have confidence in knowing that things are changing for you. And because I feel like you guys have been in this energy maybe for a while. And so you may feel hopeless at times. So just remember your strength, because that's going to be very present for you in July, especially if you allow it to be, right? If you have that perspective of sitting in confidence, knowing things are going to get better, knowing that you're stepping into a transformational time. Okay. I realized I forgot to pull a card for June. I knew I was missing something. I was like, Spirit wants to say something else, but I couldn't figure that out for a second. So sorry, kind of going back to June. So I'm going to pull a question card, and this is going to be a question that Spirit wants you to just really focus on in June. It's going to help you with your situation. It's going to kind of help you change your energies, so it's helpful to write it down. And I'll have it on the screen too. One card for group 2 for June. Okay. What can I celebrate? Okay, so this is the question for June as you're going through this energy, okay, and you're looking to change your energy. What can you celebrate? What can you celebrate in your life that it's kind of like with flexibility, right? Like don't allow your ego to be like, but we can't do that, or it's too hard, or whatever it is, right? Like what can you celebrate that you've accomplished in your life so far? Or what out there is, again, like joy. It's almost like just the pondering of what can I do to have fun, really, right? What can I do to see my strength, to change my energy? Okay, so now let's go to a question for July to ponder on. Where is my joy? So it seems like to me, joy is very connected to maybe a blockage with your sacral chakra, with the creativity. It seems like the two are going in hand in hand, almost like a solar plexus as well. Yeah, because this is a question of like, okay, where is my joy? And we've been talking so much about joy and having more fun. And so I think that could just be a question that as you're clearing more energy in July, when you're feeling more in your power, you're feeling more in strength, maybe you'll have the strength to be like, okay, how can I bring even more joy into my life, you know? Because I feel like some of you maybe feel guilty for having fun, or something like that. It's something that is really deep rooted that spirit wants you to really eliminate a mindset around joy or fun, or allowing yourself to, I don't know, do something or to just let go. So I think that's what the spirit is going to be helping you with. So that's what's going to be happening in July. Now let's move on to August. Okay, look at that. We have 10 of inspiration. There you go. Exactly. See, this is a catalyst. Look how different the energy is from June, July, August. In August, you're going to be, it's basically where, again, you kind of figure out the limiting mindsets that close off your creativeness, right? Your inspiration. That is going to be clear, right? And you're going to be able to now let the inspiration come in, and it's going to flood in. Because 10 of inspiration, I mean, look at this. Look how many there is, right? Like, it's going to flood in, and all of a sudden you're going to be like, what? This is amazing. Oh my gosh. I love this. Okay, and then we have the Knight of Voices in reverse. So, interesting. I kind of feel like, okay, so maybe working on, you know, just remembering in August, this is kind of what I'm getting with this specifically, is in August, don't forget your strength, okay? Don't forget where you came from in July, right? Don't forget that strength, and kind of come back to that energy of confidence and strength if you feel like you start to kind of fall from that mindset. That's what I'm getting with the Knight of Voices, because it's almost like, kind of seeing things clearly and quickly, right? And kind of going straight to it. That's just what I'm getting. And then we have the Tower. Look at that. Yeah, see, like in August, everything, you're doing so much energetic work. So first of all, be like so patient with yourself, and just like so much gratitude and love for yourself, because you're doing a lot of energetic work. Okay, I have to say that, because with the Tower, everything is breaking down. That is old. That is not part of your new alignment. Again, this is such a powerful time right now that this is what is happening, is spirit is breaking down shit for us to be like, okay, making space. So in August, I don't think it's necessarily that you'll have like this huge Tower moment. It could be, but I think it's more so that you are gonna just be breaking down old things that aren't serving you, making more space for this type of energy, for 10 of inspiration, for Queen of, you know, inspiration, energy, right? Like you're making more and more space for that. So in August, you're going to be feeling a lot more inspirational, but a lot is going to be happening. So just be patient with yourself. And I think that's also why joy is so essential for you, is because you are going to be going through a lot, and it's going to feel like a lot. You're going to have a lot of highs, but there might be lows where you kind of feel like you don't know what's happening, because your energy is literally changing. And so make sure that you have something that keeps you grounded and keeps you, you know, connected to something fun to kind of refresh your energy. That makes sense. Nine of inspiration. Look at the inspiration cards here. Oh my gosh. Look at that too. It's almost like the empowered freaking sacral chakra, right? Like, look at that. Wow. Yeah, you're gonna feel a lot different than you do this month. So that is, wow. Yeah, that is so beautiful. Okay, let's see what else we have. We have loss events. Yeah, see, you're gonna be losing a lot of old mindsets, right? You're gonna be shedding a lot of old mindsets, a lot of maybe things in your life are going to be falling down that aren't serving you. You could lose friends, you could just lose different things, and just kind of, again, kind of come back to the confidence and your strength of knowing what is happening, especially because you have this insight, right? You have this insight of knowing that you're going to be having tower moments to make space, right? To get into your alignment. And then we have stuck energy. Yes, so this is kind of what we've been talking about, right? So I think these are almost like kind of just what Spirit is saying, just be aware, okay? That if you feel yourself starting to get in the stuck energy, remember that rainbow. Remember your inspiration, okay? And I think it could be important to mix your inspiration and creativity with fun, so that, again, that's a grounding practice for you, that you can really be in that powerful kind of alignment, right, with yourself. So if you feel yourself getting in the stuck energy, because again, you're going to be going through a lot of heavy stuff, so just be very patient with yourself, with the losses that you're going through, and grieve what you need to grieve, okay? I'm telling you that from experience. Grieve what is breaking down in your life. Even if you don't care that you're losing it, still grieve for it, because you want to honor what that thing or person or situation taught you, and then let it move on. Happy success. Look at that. Exactly. See, you're going to be going through a lot, and that's why I said you're going to have some really big highs. And the more that you're connected to a joy energy, the more you'll be able to feel what is actually happening, okay? So happy success, things are going to be changing for you, okay? Just be wary of what will be popping up for you in August, but in August, success is going to be coming your way for all the work that you've done. Optimism. Yes, just continue to stay optimistic on what you're building, okay? She has like this beautiful like garden she's overlooking, like almost being like, this is the work that I've done. Like, because this is how you're gonna feel, right? You're reaching a different level of consciousness, because we have 2 consciousness cards here, right? So reaching a new level of consciousness is what is gonna be happening in August. So just be patient and optimistic about the changes that are occurring, because can you imagine what the next 3 months after this looks like? Which I'll probably do a reading, so you'll have to come back and let me know, because kind of seeing how this is trailing up, can you imagine the next 3 months, right? What that's going to even look like. Okay, now let's see the theme for August. Grateful. I am grateful for the abundance that surrounds my life each day in limitless ways and directions. Yes, so in August, be grateful for what you're losing, because know that you're losing it so that you can open space for something new. So just remember to be grateful for all the situations that are occurring. Okay, so now we're going to pull a question card for August that Spirit will want you to ponder on. These cards are kind of awkward, so it's always like, ah. There we go. Okay, what am I committed to? What am I committed to? Yes, see, this is kind of almost about reminding yourself, you know, being optimistic, right? Continuing to be like, this is what I'm fighting for. But really ponder on this question in August, because it's going to help you stay in this alignment. That's almost what these questions do, is help you stay in the alignment of what Spirit is trying to show you are the really beautiful things that are occurring for you those months. So yeah, what am I committed to? So overall, this is your message for the next 3 months. So I definitely want to hear down below what you think about all this, and you know what you're currently feeling in June, and what you're excited for, because it seems like you're gonna get some big sparks of inspiration in August that are just gonna blow you away, which is beautiful. So definitely let me know what you think. But I was sending you guys so much love and light your way, and I will see you guys in the next video. All right, group 3, welcome to your reading. Beautiful peacock ore, lots of transformation energy. Nothing is yet set in stone is kind of the theme for you for the next 3 months. So yeah, just keep that in mind as we're kind of going through the reading, that I think what I'm getting is some of these messages, you know, they're not set in stone. Know that you have free will. You can change anything that you see. This is not your future and you can't change it, right? Like, this is just kind of the current energy. So just know that what you do like, great, it can get better if you want it to. What you don't like, you can just be like, I don't want to get in that energy. And what has been the case so far is Spirit will kind of tell you how to get out of that energy each month, because it so far in the past groups, it seems that Spirit will bring to your attention energy that may come up for you, and each month that will cause you to be like and then they kind of tell you how to work through it. Yeah, anyways, enough blabbing. So let's jump straight into June and see what's going on for June. We have 3 of Inspiration. Look at that. Yeah, definitely a feeling of feeling just pretty flowy is honestly what I'm getting. I'd be very curious if you guys have been really struggling with all these retrogrades and eclipses, or if you feel like you've been doing okay. Be really curious, because this is such a funny image to describe that, because it's like the dominoes, right? You touch a domino and the whole thing, that's kind of how eclipses can feel, and retrogrades and what's been happening in June, right? And so it can be like, but you kind of seem like you're kind of learning how to work around that and kind of working with this energy. So this is what is kind of going on for June, is it just seems like you're kind of flowing with all of the bullshit that's happening. And then we have 10 of Voices in reverse. Yeah, so this is like 10 of Swords. Yeah, see, you're not trapped by this energy, which is absolutely beautiful, group 3. In June, you're feeling like you have a lot of space, and so it's going to be awesome to see what's kind of happening in June with that energy, because yeah, I just feel flow. That's like what I keep like hearing. It's kind of just you flowing and not letting this energy like impact you, or not letting anything in June really impact your energy. Status quo cycle. Yeah, okay, see, you guys are basically kind of just freeing yourself, right? You're really learning who you are, and so that's the thing, is you're not following like a status quo anymore. Oh my gosh, I love that. Because I was thinking that, right? It's almost like you have gone through so much growth already, like I said, with transformation, that you now are kind of in a space where you're like, okay, I have some energy, what do I do now, right? And so it's like you're doing a lot of transformational work, especially in June. Behind a Mask. Yeah, so I think Spirit is just saying that you've already done so much self-work, but behind a mask, you know, there could be just times that your ego still appears, right? Or pieces that you've worked through still appear to you in June. And so it's just about bringing awareness to them and being like, okay, yeah, that's not who I am anymore. Because it's like behind a mask, you know, the status quo, like fitting in, right? Doing what others think you should do. You're breaking free from that. You've already broken free from that. And so Spirit is just saying, when that voice comes up to bring you back to that mindset, just remember to pull yourself back. So June, it really just kind of like, Spirit almost, I think, just wants you to kind of flow with the energy this month, to kind of just go with what you're going with. Yeah, I filmed a video called How to Flow with Your Current Transition. I just kind of feel that for you guys, especially with this flow, because Spirit really doesn't have that much action for you, which I'm surprised, and it doesn't seem like anything too intense is happening. It kind of just seems like Spirit wants you to just kind of flow and just kind of do what you need to do for yourself right now. Sorry if you can hear like a lawnmower outside. They're cutting the lawn front of my apartments, and it's just really loud, so I kind of waited a second to have them finish right in front of me. But anyway, sorry if you can hear that. They're almost done, it looks like. Okay, so now let's see what the theme then for June is, because it seems like it's flow, right? And just kind of being with kind of the energy, and just I think it's just about eliminating any things that are appearing to you. Just kind of being like, okay, just continuing to kind of do that. I wonder if something big is really going to happen for you in July and August, and that's why Spirit's kind of setting you up just to kind of be this month. I'm curious. We have Attract. Oh shit. I attract abundance into my life each day from all directions and in limitless ways. Yeah, exactly. You're attracting, I think, something really big. And so Spirit kind of just wants you to flow with the energy so that you don't get overwhelmed by the energy that's happening right now. Wow. Okay, so that's for June. So pretty easy June for you guys. Just kind of taking it easy and kind of flowing, just doing some manifestation on what you want to attract into your life. So we're gonna pull a card now of what to ponder with in this month. So you can kind of see, okay, what do I need to be thinking about? Question that Spirit has for you. So let's see what Spirit has to say. Spirit. That took a minute probably because Spirit's like, they're just chilling. Okay, what is possible? What is possible? Exactly, so think about that, you know, for June. And I definitely recommend writing some of this down because I have a feeling like July and August are gonna be nuts. So, but just think about this month, what is possible, because you're attracting. It seems like you're in alignment of, because you are in a flow state and your energy is not like kind of everywhere, right? And you've really worked on transforming your mindsets. Now you're a very high abundance magnet, right? Like an abundance magnet. So Spirit really wants you to realize that and take the time to think about what is possible. What do I want? Okay, really think about what is possible for me. And don't think about like, oh, okay, but that's gonna be so much. Like that will never happen. Like don't limit yourself in any way. Just start really dreaming, because if you start getting clear on what you want and what you're wanting to attract to you, it's gonna come. Okay, so this is June. Now let's get into July. Let's see what Spirit wants you to know for July. We have the Hierophant. Yes, look at that. Alignment, like oh my god. Okay, in July you're gonna be getting a lot of insight from Spirit. You're gonna be reaching like a higher level of consciousness, right? I think again that's why Spirit wants you to kind of take your time in June to just kind of be, because it's preparing you for all of the influx of insights and knowledge and everything that you're about to receive. It's beautiful. Queen of Voices, look at that. Yes, exactly, like power. I just see like powerful energy here, powerful rebirth energy. This is like, because you've worked so hard to heal everything and you're in this state of flow, now you're going to be stepping into a higher level of empowerment. Oh my God. And that's why you need the space, I think. That's why I think Spirit wants you to really just take it easy this month, because it's going to give you all the space that you're going to need to step into this. And then we have the Emperor in reverse. Yeah, so I think, you know, the Emperor is all really about masculine energy, right? So that could be, you know, something to focus on in July, that as all this energy is going to be coming into your life, to make sure that you stay grounded and you're staying connected to what makes you feel rooted. Because, you know, even though right now your energy is in a pretty flow state, when new things start entering that space, you could feel kind of like overwhelmed. So just remember how to root yourself back, okay? Okay, let's see what else is going on for July. We have commitment. Look at that. A new commitment is going to be made, okay? And that could be you. You could be like, you know, a house I'm getting, or like a new job, or just something. I mean, it could be a lot, because a lot of things are going to be coming your way, again, attracting too. So think about what you want to attract as far as commitment wise, right? What are you trying to kind of get involved with right now? So really think about that, okay? Because you're going to be in now a Hierophant, really more empowered energy. So make sure that you're attracting to yourself what you want as far as a commitment goes, right? And that could be a relationship, that could be like, again, like a job, or just any other situation, something that you're going to commit to. And then we have the higher self. Yes, exactly. You're going to be in such a higher level of consciousness than you've been because you've made the space for it. So Spirit is going to really bring, again, a lot of insights to you, a lot of downloads, a lot of things that are going to help you move forward. So just remember to flow with the energy and go back to June and remember how you flowed with that energy. Okay, what did you do to ground yourself? What did you do to limit these mindsets that were coming to speak up? Yeah. And then the last card we have is friends and colleagues. Yeah, you're going to be spending a lot more time with, you know, people that make you feel uplifted in July. I'm also getting with the colleagues, again, a commitment, something about a career, you know, something, you're going to be starting a project with somebody, maybe, you know, you're committing to doing this project with them. Something like that is what I'm getting, and it's going to be something that is you're very passionate about and very called to. Yes. Okay, so now let's see what the themes are then for July. We actually have 2 cards for you. So we have embrace. Oh my gosh. I embrace the power of love and the magic of the universe as I walk my new path of self-discovery and develop high vibrational relationships. Group 3, you are going to be in such a powerful energy in July. You are going to, yeah, just like embrace that energy, right? Like, and again, something about like develop high vibrational relationships. Okay, so something about the colleagues and the commitment, the friends, like there's some kind of commitment that's going to be made here that is putting you in a higher vibration. This is so beautiful, group 3. Yeah, group, you're gonna feel so empowered in July. So now let's get a question Spirit wants you to ponder on in July. Just 1 card, please, Spirit. Thank you. Okay. What inspires me? What inspires me? I think that's going to be important, you know, I'm just getting Spirit's just kind of saying specifically with this contract situation or commitment situation or whatever, just think about, does it inspire your highest desires? Does it inspire you? Did you attract, you know, what you wanted? Because I think, what I'm getting now is the commitment that is going to be coming to you, you attracted it. Okay, so Spirit wants you to think about what inspires you when that moment comes up and be like, does this inspire me? Is this what I want? Highly want what is possible. And if it is, great, embrace it, you know, but I'm just getting that for some of you. So we have embrace. We also have, we also have desire. I live in a life of desire, passion, and joy, and this is brought to my attention in many ways. Look at that. Yes, July is gonna be like a very like hot month in the sense of manifestation. A lot of things are gonna start coming your way that you manifest in June. So be aware of that, right? Be very conscious about what you're manifesting, and that's why Spirit said what is possible, right? Really get it clear. Get it clear on what you want to attract in your life, because nothing is set in stone. Yeah, I wanted to come back to this because I kind of forgot about it. But yeah, exactly. Like, that's the thing, is this is not set in stone, right? You have to, even when it comes to you, it's not like you have to be like, well, I have to do this because I attracted it. Spirit is saying everything that comes your way, is it within your highest vibration? All right, sorry about that, group 3. My camera battery died, so sorry if that's kind of a weird ending, what I just said. But anyways, yeah, you're just gonna be attracting a lot that's gonna appear to you in July. So just be aware of that. Now I'm excited to get into August. So let's get into August and see what's happening for you in August. 7 of emotions. Emotions running high. Yeah, I think it's kind of being aware of what you're experiencing. It's kind of like going back to the Emperor. A lot is going to be happening in your life. A lot of energy is going to be coming through you. So being aware and kind of looking at everything, all the fishes, you know, being all the different energies in your life and being like, okay, and just kind of getting, again, yourself grounded, back rooted to this flow energy so you can kind of just get back into your highest alignment. So just be aware of that in August. But then we have the 9 of emotions, okay? There's so beautiful. Like enlightenment, like just so much like growth here. Like in August, you're basically now going to go from a place of feeling like getting all these intuitive messages and kind of your rebirth cycle kind of starting basically, to now kind of feeling just very intuitive, right? Just very kind of in touch with spirit, in touch with peace. That's just kind of what I'm getting, like especially with that card. And so that's why a lot is going to be happening and coming up for you, right? And so it could be that, you know, spending some time being still can also help you see things clearly. And that's, you know, what could happen with these energies, right? When you bring your emotions to your awareness, then you can kind of act accordingly depending on what you need to do with that, right? And then we have the 8 of Materials in reverse. Yeah, so I think this is, you know, a lot of abundance could be coming your way, but it seems like there could be a block maybe in August that you're feeling. So what I'm kind of hearing is, this is interesting. Make sure that what you're attracting in June, again, you're really spending some time thinking about specifically what you want, because it seems like in August you may not be exactly where you want to be, because you didn't like specifically, you know, think about, okay, this is what I want. You don't have to have it exactly, right? Sometimes it can be better not to say like, I will make this much money from this, right? You just say, I want to make this much money per month. And then you open the space for spirit to deliver that in a lot of ways, right? So when you're being specific about like abundance, you have to make sure that you're not micromanaging the universe. I don't know why I'm hearing that, but it's something just about, you don't want to block any of your manifestations, because it's not that, I think what could happen is whatever you start manifesting in June, again, if it's too specific, spirit will grant it, but it's going to take longer, where it could come to you in August. So this is almost like a kind of like what's been happening here. Like, just be aware of this could happen in August and how to kind of react to it, right? But overall in August, it seems like you're going to be almost now in a meditative state, almost now taking this energy that you just received in July and kind of sitting with it and being like, wow, okay, kind of like processing it and being like, okay, what do I do now with this, right? And it helps you in the next step of like this maybe commitment that you're doing with this colleague or with someone. So it's really interesting. Let's see what else is happening in August. We have Teacher. Yes, exactly. You are going to have someone in your life. I think it could be this from this commitment as well. This colleague is going to be teaching you so much, or it's spirit. You know, spirit has been teaching you so much in July. In August, you're continuing to learn from all of these different aspects in a more meditative form, in a more like kind of relaxed flow state, so you can kind of move with the energy just like you've done in June. So July is going to be very energy heavy, and then in August it kind of seems like now you're flowing again to kind of work that energy. That could be a cycle that you guys may notice, or it could just be for this situation. But maybe for you guys, how one of your energy, how it works is 1 month, you know, you have really high energy and there's a lot going on, and then the next month, you know, spirit has you flow a little bit more to kind of make the space and to kind of now organize all the energy basically, and kind of transmute what you need to accept what you need to take action on what you need to. It's because it's almost like some months you just get so much information, or you get so much downloads, or you do so much work that now your energy kind of needs to recoup. That's really what I'm getting, which is interesting. And then we have Milestone. Exactly. In August, you're going to be reaching a huge milestone of kind of your, I think it's like almost spiritual awakening, right? Like your spiritual ascension, more, I guess is the more correct word. Like you're going to be reaching just this huge enlightenment time of your life and that's why you need to sit with the energy, I think, in August, so that you can truly process what is coming to you in July. This is so beautiful. And it's all because you guys have already done the work, okay? You know that you've already done the work. And again, I'm coming back to this because Spirit just keeps kind of telling me how important it is to manifest specifically what you want, okay? And make sure that it's don't limit yourself. I mean, like, but there's no way that could happen. Don't limit yourself and don't micromanage the universe, okay? Like, don't be too specific, otherwise it's gonna take longer than it needs to. Okay, so now let's see the overall kind of theme and message here for August. Yes. I feel my way through the many situations, circumstances, and events that form my life. Yes, so it's pondering, right? It's sitting now with all this energy, with all the emotions that you're experiencing, with all the opportunities and stuff that you're experiencing, to kind of sit and feel what is happening, to process, to evaluate, right? Everything we kind of talked about, this kind of flow and peak energy. And if that really does resonate, that's how your energy works, it is not a bad thing at all. You have to honor it, because obviously in your energy spikes, you get a lot of downloads and a lot of insights and a lot done, or whatever the case is. A lot happens when you're in these energy spikes, okay? And again, that could be, for some of you, that could just resonate with, it's just specifically your next 3 months. That could be not how you feel like your whole energy has always been, but I feel like for some of you that is the case. And so I just want to let you know that it's not bad. It's strength, and you just need to honor it. Because obviously you're a powerful catalyst for some really amazing knowledge. So you need space for that. Okay, so one question for group 3 for August, please. Okay, we have what would be perfect. See, this comes into that manifestation. I think this is something that Spirit just really wants to bring to your attention. I don't think Spirit wants you to be disappointed in August if you feel like you've done all this work and you're having a flow month and nothing is happening, because your manifestations are in progress, right? They're cooking in the kitchen. So Spirit is just saying, what would be my perfect situation? Get really clear with that, because this is almost just kind of like not a warning, but kind of being like, hey, this is kind of your current energy, and if you're not specific about what you manifest, or you don't think about your highest alignment or whatever, just really take time without limits, without judgment, without anything. Okay, without fear, just simply be like, this is what I want. Pretend like you're writing your wish list to the universe, to Santa, right? Like, it's just like with pure joy and wonder with no limitations, okay? Believe in, I don't know why I got that analogy, but it is kind of like being in the energy of like when you were a kid, even if you don't celebrate like or follow, you know, that classic tradition. It's just think about a moment where you've been in that kind of wishful attitude, right? Or that wishful mindset with just being like, oh, I wish, like as a kid, right? It's kind of that child energy. So just be very specific with what you want, okay? Because group 3, like, Spirit really wants to bless you. Spirit really wants to bless you for all the work you've done and all the transformation that you've done. So allow it to come forward, okay? And I think this definitely ties into nothing is set in stone. This is not your reality, okay? This is a projection of what could happen based on your current energy. So I think that's why Spirit is saying this is not set in stone. So manifest like crazy this month, and you're gonna see some amazing things happen in probably July, but definitely August, as you're in a flow state and allowing, you're more open to kind of having more energy space. But you may also actually see a lot in July too, because you're more in a state of receiving. So overall though, this is your message for the next 3 months for your summer predictions. So it seems like it's going to be pretty amazing for you guys. Definitely let me know what you think of this down below and how you're feeling already for June. And I'm sending you guys so much love and light your way, and I will see you guys in the next reading. All right, group 4, welcome to your reading. Orange calcite, very beautiful. Always reminds me of that sacral chakra. Okay, so The theme is you are good enough, okay? So just remembering your worth, remembering who you are, and remembering that you're not your past, you're not your trauma. I don't know why I'm getting that. You're not what other people told you you are. You are who your soul is, okay? Like that's who you really are, which is beautiful, which is amazing, which is smart, which is powerful, which is all of the above, divine. We are all part of the same beautiful creation, right? So anyways, we'll see how that kind of translates to the reading, but we're gonna start with June and just get kind of an overview of what will be happening for you this month. And then I'll pull some question cards live. So Spirit will ask you a question to kind of ponder on through, you know, the 3 months. So I definitely recommend writing this down because it can be really helpful to kind of come back and look at your notes as you progress through the months and be like, wow, that happened, or this or this. It's just kind of about having the awareness. So having a question present will allow you to put these insights into action as well. So anyways, enough blabbing. Let's jump into it for June. Let's see what we have. We have the Magician in reverse. Okay, yep, so part of what I'm getting with that is you want to manifest some things, right? And maybe you've already tried manifesting, and that's why I think you have to be in the energy of knowing that you deserve everything you're asking for, okay? You deserve it. And I think that's why it's in reverse, because Spirit is saying in June, manifest, okay? But remember when you're manifesting that you deserve everything that you're asking for, and don't sell yourself short either, okay? Manifest beautiful big things for your life and be like, I deserve this. I deserve this because I am a beautiful human, a beautiful soul who's incarnated as a human to experience this, to experience the human experience, and I am beautiful and deserving of it. Yep. And then we have the 9 of Voices in reverse. Yeah, so this is actually a beautiful card because there's like someone sleeping on the clouds here, and to me this is almost like Spirit watching over you. And so I think it's in reverse because I think Spirit, I don't know why I'm getting this, but I think Spirit has some like information for you that they want you to connect with them. I don't know why I'm getting that. We'll have to see if there's, I mean, I know there's going to be more information in here on this, but you know, it's a very powerful, intimate connection with your spiritual team and Spirit in general, right? So I think it's more your spiritual team really wants you to kind of invite them in, right? And say, okay, you know, I need help, I need clarity. How can I, like, you know, see that I deserve this or whatever it is, right? But I think Spirit is invoking conversation. That's just what I'm getting with that card. So that's just really interesting. Okay, let's see what else is going on for June. We have great achievement. Look at that. So something is going to be achieved in your life. And for me, what I'm getting is it's almost like a milestone in your soul, like, mission, like your soul, your soul journey, like your ascension, right? It's almost like you're going to be reaching a milestone of kind of getting out of this limiting mindset. You're going to be breaking something, and maybe that's why Spirit is kind of asking for communication, because if you ask them for help, they can transmute mindsets and stuff a lot faster than we could if we just kind of try to work through it, right? So yeah, that's just what I'm getting with that. We also have Ascended Masters. Spirit, exactly. I think Spirit has a very powerful message for you that obviously they didn't want to communicate through here, which is okay, Spirit. They want you to have that relationship with them, right? And to ask. So just get in a meditative state or space. And you can find a guided meditation to connect to your guides on YouTube. There's tons. Or you can simply just set the intention and say out loud, you know, Spirit, I allow you to enter my space, because they can't always just give you messages without your consent. They can't do things and change things without your consent, right? So invite Spirit in your spiritual team, call upon your spiritual team and say, you know, I'm ready to receive the insights you have for me. How can I, you know, get myself in a better situation? It's something to do with Spirit is really watching over you. Like, Spirit there's a lot of powerful energies, I feel like, right now looking over you, and that spirit just like looks so big here, right? And then, you know, little human right here. And so it's like, yeah, they are looking over you and they want to protect you. And I think that's why they want to help bring you the clarity that you need. A creative endeavor. Look at that. So something is going to be happening though this month for you guys, that maybe not just from, you know, a soul ascension thing, but actually an event, because now we have 2 events cards here. So you could be doing something where you're showcasing something that you've done, right? Or that you're turning in a project that you're really proud of, or there's something that you're going to be completing in June that is going to bring you a great achievement, okay? Maybe in a lot of different ways, emotionally, you know, financially, could be different for everybody. But I mean, we were talking about that sacral chakra, right? We were talking about that earlier with the orange calcite. So I think this is just also what's going to be happening in June, right? And so focus on these things too, right? The beautiful things that are happening, and know that those beautiful things are happening because you deserve it, right? You deserve to have success and your work noticed, or whatever this case is, right? But to get yourself out of this kind of stuck magician energy, I think it's communication with spirit, okay? So definitely focus on June. In June, inviting spirit in and setting the intention to gain the clarity that you need to move forward with stepping into your manifestation abilities and getting rid of these blockages. Grounded. So this is, sorry, I got too excited. This is kind of the theme that you need to focus on for June then. So we have grounded. I am grounded, connected, and clear-minded with everything, with all relationships in my life included. But I think it can just be everything, right? It's just about being grounded. I think is really important for June. While Spirit is kind of helping transmute this energy for you and getting you in the alignment of the magician, it's important to stay grounded, okay? And that includes celebrating your successes, celebrating what you've accomplished so far, okay? So now I'm going to pull a question that Spirit wants you to think about for June, and I recommend writing this down, and really just ponder with it, sit with it, and see. Because that could also be how Spirit is going to talk to you as well. You know, maybe sitting with this question will allow Spirit to kind of come through. And again, you can answer this question, journaling, meditation, recording a voice recording of yourself or video or something like that. But this could be a way to really invite Spirit in. What is my body trying to tell me? What is my body trying to tell me? So your bodies and all your chakras, right, is all about energy. So wherever you're really feeling like kind of this tension, think about what chakra it's in. It could be the sacral that you're dealing with, or, you know, kind of dealing with worthiness. I think I'm having, like, I can't remember off the top of my head, but I feel like it's solar plexus. So that could be something to be focused on. But you know, this could be the clarity that Spirit also brings to you as you're thinking about this question, right? Spirit can help you clear out the blockages. So it kind of seems like that's what's happening in June, is Spirit is just helping you kind of heal to get yourself in the alignment that you need to be in, okay? So now let's jump to July and see what you need to know for July. We have the Lovers. Look at that. Well, that's a different energy. Yeah. See, it's almost like when you get into a state of deserving, okay? When you believe that you're deserving of lots of beautiful things, lots of love and beautiful things from abundance come your way because you've put yourself in that frequency of abundance. If you don't feel like you're worth it, then those things aren't going to come to you because that's the vibration you're asking for. Does that make sense? So it seems like as you're working in June with Spirit to kind of clear out these limiting mindsets and you're keeping yourself grounded, you're opening up space for new love to come into your life, okay? And whether you're in a relationship or not, it's just about a new sense of love, okay, is coming to you because you've opened up the space for it, because you've allowed yourself to be in that position of seeing your worth, okay? And then we have the Empress in reverse. Yes. Okay, so like empowerment, right? I think this is just Spirit reminding you in July that you are an empress, okay? And you know, as you're kind of working through this self-love journey and this self-acceptance journey, it's important to bring awareness that when you do hit those moments of being like, I'm not worth it, or I don't deserve this, that you remind yourself how far you've come, okay? Because the Empress energy is really kind of all about empowerment and self-love, right? So it's in reverse because Spirit is just letting you know that when that comes up, you need to just stop and remind yourself, look at all the amazing things that have entered my life or that are coming into my life. It's about awareness and grounding yourself, okay? Maybe coming back to the practice that you did in June to ground your energy. Let's see what else we have for July. The loving man. Look at that. Okay, so for some of you, you know, a new partner is, and it doesn't have to be a man, but, you know, I think for the majority of you it could be, it doesn't have to be, but it doesn't even have to be like someone who identifies as a man. We're kind of more talking about energy here, masculine energy. So someone who can really give you a masculine energy, which could kind of help empower you as well, because that's the yang, right? That's kind of the empowerment, that's kind of just that power, that's masculine energy. So part of, if you're in a current relationship, it's the partner in your life brings this balance to you. So kind of allow it to come forward and inspire you to step into your own masculine energy. Yeah, absolutely. And then I'm getting energy of fear. Okay, so yeah, fear is gonna come up for you guys in July. You know, you're gonna be challenged. Your ego is gonna want to speak up and be like, but we don't deserve that, or we can't do that. And again, Spirit is saying when those things come up, you have to remind yourself to go back to your grounding practices, to ask Spirit for help, for reassurance, okay, to lean on this partner of yours for reassurance too. Obviously there's self-work that needs to come on, and it's hard for someone to hold that amount of space, you know, so definitely just make sure that you're communicating with your partner about that. But there's still someone who can make you feel uplifted, okay? So when you feel like you get into this fear mindset, do what you need to do to get your energy grounded without, I don't know why I'm hearing this, just without, you don't want to, what's the word I'm looking for? Invade someone's boundaries. So I don't know why I'm getting that, but if you have a current partner, even if this is going to be a new love for you guys in July, make sure that you do talk about emotional boundaries on both sides, or boundaries in general, so you can hold the correct amount of space for each other. Just getting that. Okay, and then we also have angels of 4 directions. Look at that. Yes, so in July, I think a lot's going to be happening energetically. Like I said, Spirit is really working hard with you right now. I think there's a lot of other high vibrational beings or entities or whatever that are not necessarily part of your spiritual team in the long haul, but have come to assist you at this point in your life, because there's a lot of just higher energy here. So you're very supported, okay? You're very loved, very supported. So a lot, I think, is going to be happening in July energetically, because it seems like the majority of what's going to be coming into your life is a new sense of love, because you're going to work so hard on your self-love in June. Now that is going to open up for you, that space, right? And so just kind of fill into that, right? And feel into that beauty, but know that angels, right, and Spirit is working for you, is working on helping you clear things, helping you get into this Empress mindset, okay? So now let's see the theme for July, clarity. Yes, as I begin walking my path of self-discovery, I find clarity with each step taken and new truths are discovered. Yes, you're gonna, I think, gain more clarity because you're gonna have more space. I think you're just gonna have almost like a practice, right, of knowing how to ground yourself when you get into this limiting mindset of I don't deserve this, I don't deserve love, I don't deserve something. you're going to continue to get clarity from Spirit to help you break down those mindsets, especially if you continue to invite Spirit in, okay? Continue to invite Spirit in to help. They will come and help you, but they're helping you energetically move through this energy that you're experiencing, okay? But looks like beautiful things are still happening in conjunction to you letting go of this limiting mindset. So that's really beautiful. Okay, so now let's see a card. Oh, okay, that was one card. Let's see a question then that you need to ponder with in July. What am I in the middle of? What am I in the middle of? It's interesting because we do have like direction here, right? Like 4 directions, but I think it's just about the awareness, right? It's about bringing awareness to what am I experiencing right now. But definitely just sit with this question for yourself and see what comes up for you. So again, what am I in the middle of for July? Because it definitely seems like Spirit is trying to bring you a lot of clarity, right? That's going to be something you can really receive in July, especially if you're open to it. So think about, what am I going through right now? Perfect. Okay, let's move on to August. We have Death in reverse. Yes. And then we also have the 2 of Inspiration in reverse. Okay, so what I kind of get with these is there's almost going to be like, even though Death is in reverse, I feel like a death, you know, happens right here. Like, again, this is death of a mindset, especially with this card. Like that, because it's kind of on that crown chakra, right? And it's like Spirit is kind of helping this. So even though this is in reverse, I'm actually feeling like that energy happened here. And it's in reverse, and so is the 2 of Inspiration, because it's almost like you're now going to be entering almost like a space of, I don't want to say emptiness, because you won't feel sad. You just have cleared a ton of energy in July. Like I said, a lot of things are happening energetically. So in August, you're going to feel just like you have a lot more space, and you may not know what to do with it exactly. And you may be like, or this mindset may not be coming up anymore that limits you on believing that you don't deserve things. It's not going to be as prominent, and you're going to be like, okay. And it just kind of seems like your energy is going to get like a new clean slate, if you want to almost think about it like that. Yeah. Let's see what else we have for August. We have Deception. Okay, yes. So I think I'm getting deception from, again, your ego, your limiting mindset. So when this comes up, I think the difference for you in August is you're gonna realize that when that mindset comes up, you know that it's not who you are, because that's the difference energetically from where your mindset is from June or from July to August, right? In August, you're going to kind of see the deception a lot more clearly because you have the space to do so, and kind of be like, no limiting mindset. I deserve everything. I am a beautiful soul who is here to experience beautiful things. And then you can kind of end that quickly. We also have professional assistance. Okay, so it could be, you know, getting almost like getting maybe some guidance from, you know, someone else who might be able to also help you clear out some of these mindsets. Or now that you have some more space available, maybe you're like, I don't know what to do next. Like, I don't know what to do with my life. I don't know what I'm interested in. Something like you guys just are seeking some more guidance, and someone is going to help you with that. So it could be like, you know, like a life coach, or like a therapist, or you know, card reader who gives you a personal reading or something like that. But just professional assistance that might help you kind of fill in some of the space that you're going to be filling in August. You're going to be like, it just seems like you're not going to kind of know what to do next. And so you're going to see all the deception and be like, no. And then you're going to, because the energy seems different, right? It doesn't seem as colorful in August. And again, it's because I think you have a blank slate. It's kind of like, this is weird. What do I do now? Like, you might feel raw, you know? And so getting someone who can help you kind of now steer that energy to where you want it to go, okay? Wow, that's beautiful. The honoring path, exactly. You're going to be honoring your path in August, right? And that is by saying, okay, now I've done all this healing. I've literally had an ego death, you know, and I'm ready to change my energy. And you're honoring your alignment, right? Spirit is kind of helping you transmute this old energy, especially in June, but you know, somewhat in July too. And then in August, you're going to be ready for something new, and you're honoring your alignment. I love that. Yeah, so August is going to be an interesting month for you guys. You'll definitely have to spend some time, you know, kind of just thinking about, okay, what's the best next step? And that's why getting someone to kind of help you redirect that energy could be really insightful and really helpful to kind of get you be like, okay, inspired, right? To see who you really are and to kind of encourage you again about you have so much to offer. Okay, now let's see then the overall theme for August. We have purpose. Yes, I wake each morning serving my life's purpose and thinking of creative ways that I can take inspired action towards my heart's desires. Exactly. I think it's specifically something to do with kind of following now, okay, what's my purpose? Because now you've made this space and you've seen your greatness, right? And now you just are looking for a guide to kind of help guide you now to the next part of your journey. So figuring out your purpose, right? What are you really called to? Because when you reach such a higher level of like self-love and self-acceptance, it opens up a lot of doors for you to be able to be like, there's so much that I can accomplish. There's so much that I can do. Wow, this is so beautiful, group 4. I know it can feel kind of heavy with a lot of stuff you're going through, but I think that's why Spirit really wants you to know that you can ask for help. Please ask for help, because you have them helping you as it is, but allowing them to help come in and transmute and put you in a more powerful energy will just help you get to kind of where you want to be faster, right? So this is the question that you'll need to ponder on for August. What do I value? Which is perfect, right? Again, think about, what do you value? What's your purpose, right? Thinking about that question, and then it might give you, you know, some insight on, okay, I care about this, I care about this, and that might even give you more direction on who to seek out as a guide to help you on the next step in your journey. So, yeah. Overall, group 4, this is your message for the next 3 months for your summer predictions. So definitely let me know what you guys think of this down below. How's June's already going for you, and what you're really looking forward to. And I'm sending you guys so much love and light, and I will see you guys in the next video.